What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. I see we've got some people in chat already, and it's been a little while since we're doing, since I've done a lot of live streams. I'm going to try to do a lot more. I'm trying to switch it up. Let me know in chat, do you guys prefer more live streams, more videos? I've been really focused on, getting new types of videos out there to reach new types of people in the crypto space, but always looking to adapt, evolve, and change. So let me know in the chat what you prefer, because there was a time where we did these every Monday through Friday, basically, the morning live streams. And yeah, let me know. And happy to have a bunch of people hanging out with us. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin bottom, talk about crypto news. Sam Bankman-Fried talked yesterday. That was a whole debacle, wasn't it? Jeez, oh man. Just seemed totally flustered throughout that entire interview. That's at least my opinion. But welcome in. Good morning to you. I've got my coffee. I've got my first cup here. First sip too. It's so hot because I'm doing it on the stove right now. We don't have a coffee pot where I'm at. I'm bouncing around to different Airbnbs, so doing it the old-fashioned way. You could just put coffee grinds right in the cup and then pour the hot water over there. Nice strong cup of coffee. So first one, first cup, first sip. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Already took a walk this morning, got outside. Man, it's beautiful to be out of the Northeast. The Northeast right now, I'm sure it's gray, it's cold, it's raining, it's maybe snowing. But being down south, man, with the sun shining, just makes you feel better. Just makes you feel better. So what's going on? Daniel's in the house. What's up, man? He says the answer to the title of this question is no, it is not. I tend to agree with you, and we're gonna jump into it, Daniel. And of course, I want your opinions on it, man. You're always bringing up great insight. I thought there was a fantastic video done by Benjamin Cowan, who's been around the block here in the crypto space for a very long time, talking about the Bitcoin bottom and what he expects to see. So we're going to dive into that for sure in this video as well. As you guys come in, make sure you hit the like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you're getting value, and would appreciate that greatly. CD Witt, good morning to you, man. Thoughts on the next true bull run? I have read late 2023 to early 2024. Do you think we ever see a repeat of 2021? So great questions. And I actually agree with where you're coming from here. I do think it could be late 2023, early 2024. And that would line up with the Bitcoin halving as well. Here's the thing. We're dealing with these macroeconomic issues right now that really provide a dark cloud over everything. Now, I know we got some good news from Jerome Powell yesterday regarding interest rates. It looks like they're going to dial back the rate hikes in December. A lot of people now expecting only to see a 50 basis point move, which is good. Maybe inflation is topped out back in June, right? Where, the numbers that came in June of this year were just terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. But we've slowly but surely been coming down, not by a lot, right? So that is some positive news. I do think the first half of 2023 is going to be much like this and very, very rocky in the overall markets at large, and that includes crypto. Now, here's what I'm watching to see. We got this up on screen. U.S. institutional investors flocking back to Bitcoin. Is the bottom in? I don't think the bottom's in just yet. Even though institutional investors are coming in, I think a lot of them are looking for perhaps a bear market rally here. And I think we've already seen a few bear market rallies. And this can happen, guys. We can have 50 to 60% moves to the upside. And everybody thinks the bottom is in and we're back in the bull run. It happened back in August. Do you guys remember? Where Bitcoin moved all the way to 24,000, right? So if we go back over and take a look at Bitcoin, of course, that's the big market mover, right? We'll go out to the 1 year. And we can see that this move right here from our lows in June and July, we were down here in June, right? And then we made this nice move all the way up to 24,000, right? A lot of people thought the bottom was in right here. But look what happened. We came right back down to these lows and consolidated. Then the FTX debacle happened, and we collapsed and set newer lows. So right now, I think, personally, we're in the midst of a little bit of a bear market rally. I think get in while the getting's good. If you're looking to swing trade, maybe you're just dollar cost averaging. If we start to rise up a little bit, I'm going to dial back how much money I'm putting into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've been buying Bitcoin and Ethereum every single day since April. I continue to do so, and I adjust that accordingly on a daily time frame, depending on where the price is. That's what I'm doing there with Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I do think we're going to see some lower lows. But I think Bitcoin's bottom is a lot closer than people think. I don't think we're going all the way down to 10,000, personally. I don't see that. I see somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 14,000. And a lot of this is based on all the information I'm taking in from other people and their analysis as well. Brock, what's up, man? Let's get it. So, CD Witt, hopefully that answers your question, man. Charlie, what's going on, brother? Good morning, buddy. I challenged Zach to a gaming stream with Crypto Talk. Dude, I'll tell you what. The only gaming stream I think I can do is Poker Count. We could broadcast poker. There's a lot of poker streamers. That's the only thing I could do, man. I haven't gamed in a while, Daniel. I used to play Uncharted. I used to play Uncharted quite a bit. That was the I like third person shooter. If I'm going to play those type of games, I really don't like first person. I don't know why. But Mark says more live chats, my friend. Okay. Appreciate your insight there, brother. Morning, Zach. Great to see you, sir. Love the positive energy you always give. Aristotle, appreciate that, man. Truly, thank you. Thanks for all your support too, bro. To Hondas, any new coin suggestion? New coin suggestion? I haven't seen anything come out recently, but of course the token that I have been talking about for the last 8 months is Clear Cryptos. That's the one that I'm very excited about. So here, CCX, just consolidating nicely right now. This one came out in October, so but this is a token with real utility, launching day one. Of course, they got hurt by the FTX debacle, like everybody, but that would be my one pick there. Clear Cryptos. Raul, what's up, man? Morning, first sip. Yeah, man, we just had a few sips. I don't see a coherent argument that the supply side price inflation has been brought under control. We've barely seen the impacts from China's COVID hits and energy shock in winter. Yeah, for sure. But, global inflation is certainly a big issue. But it looks like in the United States, I think a little bit, it's coming down. So here's the thing with inflation in the U.S. In order for the feds to pivot, historically, it's been the core CPI number. That's been the reason why they pivot. Not the actual CPI number, the core CPI number. So that excludes food and energy. So that core CPI number is really the one to watch in terms of when will the feds pivot. And they're pivoting a little bit, moving, to 50 basis points. At least it looks like that here in December. But I do think there's a good chance, Daniel, in my opinion, that inflation in the U.S. has peaked. That doesn't mean we won't get, a deeper recession. I was just reading some things this morning about the housing market, and it looks like it could be starting to tumble a little bit. If I pull up some string of tweets here, I'll pull this up. So Graham Stephan, of course, who's very, very well-versed when it comes to the housing market. Where is his string of tweets? Here it is. Had a really interesting string of tweets. I just read all this morning. So he says, there's a storm brewing in the housing market. Single-family home sales are imploding, and housing just hit its largest MOM drop in a decade. CA and TX markets have seen a 15% drop in 6 months, and consumer confidence is now at the 2008 crisis level. Here's what's going on. All of this started with the Fed raising the interest rate. The 30-year mortgage rates have just crossed 7%. For some context on how bad this is, for a $500,000 mortgage, you end up paying nearly $439,000 more over 30 years as the interest rate increases from 3% to 7%. The rising mortgage payments had cascading effects. In 2021, home prices saw their highest increase in 34 years as the median price of a home reached $346,000. The rising home prices, in addition to increasing mortgage rates, pushed most of the buyers completely out of the market. The current housing affordability is so low that Black Knight reported that it would require a combination of a 30% rise in incomes and a 2% point decline in 30-year rates to bring home affordability back in line with long-run averages. To add fuel to the fire, just when home affordability was at its lowest, apartment construction rose to a 40-year high in 2022. It's estimated that an additional 900,000 units will become available in the second half of 2023. The surge in inventory, along with low consumer confidence, is what's driving the prices down. Now, personally, I don't own a home. I've never owned a home. I'm 32, so I still can get that first time homeowners loan. I'm waiting. That's why I'm living out of Airbnbs right now. I'm being patient, hanging in there, because there's a good chance we're going to get some lower prices, I think. So he says, what's concerning is that the 2008 crisis, it nearly took 2 years for the prices to reach the bottom. We might be looking at the start here. So looks like I'll be bouncing around on Airbnbs for 2 years, it looks like. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get an apartment somewhere, have at least a home base. Goldman Sachs recently released a report that stated 40% of the markets will see a decline in 2023. They found that 1 in 5 sellers have already began to drop their asking prices. An average home now sold for less than its list price for the first time in a year and a half. It's not just the retail crowd that has stopped buying homes. Investors with deep pockets have also stopped investing in homes due to increasing mortgage rates. The overall market scenario is speculative at the moment, so buy property only if you're planning to keep it for 7 to 10 years. The events are covered in more detail in my newsletter, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Very interesting, though. I thought this was very insightful. So, I think we could see big dips in these types of markets throughout next year. But in terms of the inflation number, it feels like we might have reached the tops. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? In terms of the crypto market, I don't think we've reached bottoms, though. I don't think we've reached bottoms. I do think there's still some more pain to come. I think there's going to be one more crash. And Bitcoin, somewhere between 12 or 14,000. Ethereum, $500 to $600. First sip, brother. DCA. Yes, thank you. What's up, CD Witt? Thanks, Zach. Good morning, you rock. Nadine, how you doing? Good morning to you. Jasmine is a promising project that may melt faces in 2023. What's up, Samuel? Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Yeah, Jasmine's an interesting one. It's got a pretty big base, right? They call it the Japanese Bitcoin, right? We could find a third-person multiplayer to play. Yeah, man. Uncharted was my shit, dude. That was my shit. Raul says, Zach, do more live streams. Okay. I think everybody's going to say do more live streams. The thing is, I could go to a model where I do like maybe 3 short live streams a day, something like that, instead of videos. Maybe move away from videos for a while. I would just have to try it for a little while. I mean, the thing is right now in this type of market, I mean, I'm willing to kind of try a bunch of different stuff, shake it up a little bit. Morning. Thanks for the content. Eastside Charlie, you betcha, brother. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Larry, what's happening, bro? Hey, Zach, do you have land on the SHIB Metaverse, in the SHIB Metaverse? Do you think it's a good investment for a small portfolio? Arono, yeah. I don't have any land in the SHIB Metaverse, but in terms of acquiring a little bit as a diversification strategy, yeah, I think that's a good call. That's cool. Especially if you're already invested in SHIB and their ecosystem and Bone and perhaps Leash. Yeah. Boca, good morning to you, bro. Sean, good morning, man. Russ, what's up, Zach? What's going on with AMP? Well, they got in trouble. Well, they didn't get in trouble, but Wahi, the insider trader from Coinbase, got in trouble because AMP was one of the tokens that, he manipulated. So AMP kind of has a black eye because of that. Wow, it's trading at 0.003. That's insane. This thing was nearly 11 cents last year. Crazy. Hope you guys can't see that. There we go. It's basically back down to levels pre-bull run. Right? Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Let's see here. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. Definitely helps us out. Hopefully you're off to a good start to your day. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. It's Thursday. Okay. It's Thursday. Strictly speaking, the most common reason for the Fed to pivot has been war. I could see that. Yeah. But in terms of the numbers, that's what I was getting at, Daniel. In terms of the numbers, a lot of people focus just on the CPI number. It's really the core CPI number that dictates Fed moves more so than the actual CPI number itself. But I understand that too. Wars definitely play a role. These dudes still pushing the paper, making y'all think crypto is going to go back up. Pull your money out. Lung Punch, I hear you, man. I mean, but if you're not invested in crypto at all and you don't care about crypto, why are you here? You're here just to put a negative comment in chat or what? Like, why are you here? Or are you saying like get all the way out and wait for the bottom? Or what's your point here? What kind of value are you trying to add with this comment, if any? I'm holding cash, waiting for the last big dump to load more up. Yeah, Nadine, I think a lot of people are doing that. The only thing is, I'll say this, like when you have just cash and you're not DCAing at all, you're hoping to guess right. And I think it's still a good strategy, right? And maybe you miss the bottom a little bit and it starts moving up and then you get it in, right? But I think there's an argument for maybe doing a little bit of both, DCAing a little bit, but also keeping larger cash positions for when the prices do really dip. That's kind of how I'm playing it. I'm dollar cost averaging slowly, right? So I'm not totally reliant on finding the bottom. But when when there's some indication that the bottom is in, I'll load up. Here's the one thing to watch. And I know Daniel will say this and other people who've been in crypto for a long time will also say this. We'll get a pretty good idea of when the bottom's in. JD was talking about this yesterday too on my live stream. If you guys haven't seen or those premiere videos, JD, he's from the Shiba Inu community. Very, very insightful interview yesterday. There's a part 1, part 2. Make sure you guys check that out. It's on the channel. But he was saying this yesterday as well, that you get an idea of when the bottom is in because you'll get a really long consolidation phase at the back end of a bear market. The back end of a bear market usually gets really, really boring. Like once the bottom's in, it just stays flat for a while, consolidates. I mean, for a while, and it just gets super, super boring. That gives you a nice indication that the bottom is in. But here in 2022, we've had a couple moments where it got really boring, but it wasn't long enough, right? And then we saw, obviously, contagions like Luna and FTX and all of that drive prices lower. What's going on with some of the top projects? Phantom's been on a nice tear, huh? Look at that. Let me get rid of this breaking news banner here. Hold on one sec, guys. There we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put this up here, too. Okay. Let me drop that. There we go. Yeah, so Phantom's up 40% in the last week. That's pretty interesting. Polygon ripping a little bit. I just keep making little swing trades with Polygon, guys. I mean, I always have an open one here. I'll show you. This one's not very small or not very big. I mean, I've got another one open on Coinbase. I just keep making little swing trades. There you go. I'm up $45. What did I put in? I put in like $300 at 81 cents not too long ago. And here we go. Should I exit? Should I take my $44 and run? But I love Polygon. When it gets down to these prices, guys, 81 cents, 80 cents, if you can get it below 80, and we'll probably see it again. And then it tends to get hot. So I love Polygon as a swing trade and a long-term hold right now. I'm buying both ways. I'm buying long-term for Polygon, and I'm buying to swing trade it. I think it's one of the best to do so right now. I mean, this thing is just it's one of the hottest altcoins out. There's no doubt about it. I've been talking a lot about it on the channel too. We'll have to do a whole live stream dedicated to Polygon, maybe. Let's see here. Where are we at with the chat? Oscar's in the house. Good morning, bro. How we feeling? Feeling great, man. How are you? What's up, my guy? Strictly speaking, the most common okay, we got that. I'm trying to. Why the hell are you in here, Lung Punch? If you're out, why comment? Yeah, I mean, listen, I wasn't trying to attack him or anything. It's like, but I don't know. You guys know how I feel about negative energy and negative comments and negative people. I ain't got time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. In the wise words of Sweet Brown, ain't nobody got time for that. Powell spoke yesterday and said that moderation and hikes are expected to start this month. Lower and slower hikes, which is good. We are going in the right direction as far as fighting inflation. Yeah, 100%. So the right here, Bitcoin price had a minor rally after yesterday's speech by Jerome Powell. The price rose above 17K. We're actually still above 17K, guys. We're actually still hanging on to 17K. Barely. 17.1. And it says right here, we've got some resistance right here. Bitcoin was trading at 17,119, and we've got new resistance that we face at 17,197. If we can overcome this number, a push into 17,800, maybe even 18,000 would be possible, where a lot of resistance lurks right at 18K. But even over on the other side of things, on the Wall Street side of things, the remarks by Jay Powell were met with some applause. The Dow Jones and S&P saw a nice relief rally yesterday. Of course, many people now predict a 50 basis point hike in December is almost a lock. The Fed was merely trying not to make it look dovish, but it will come. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I was excited to hear that as well, coming out of Jay Powell. Discord's going crazy. Sorry, let me get out of that real quick. Okay. What's up, guys? How goes it? Who can't wait for 2025? Anthony, I hear you, man. 2025 should be a very bullish year. Let's talk about this real quick, though. So there is some interesting things happening with U.S. institutional demand for Bitcoin. It's starting to come back a little bit, and maybe the institutions are just dollar cost averaging. Maybe they're not searching for the bottom. So as CryptoQuant CEO and founder Ki-Young Ju noted, market sentiment among large investors in the United States is recovering. Ju comes to this conclusion as the hourly Bitcoin price premium on Coinbase has turned positive for the second time since the FTX bank run. So here you can see what he's done here. Here's the FTX bank run, and these two little times that it popped up over into the green, he's showing that to be bullish sentiment with institutional investors. Now, the Coinbase Premium Index has long been a reliable indicator of sentiment among institutional investors for the crypto community. It also includes institutional investors, of which Coinbase has the majority, according to its report for the third quarter of this year. It's rising due to the increased trading volume on the exchange, which indicates a return of confidence in Bitcoin from institutional investors. Now, does that mean that the bottom is in? Does that mean that the bottom is in? I don't think so. So we're still seeing a lot of selling pressure from Bitcoin miners. So BTC reserves, in addition, miners' BTC's reserves have fallen by 13,000 Bitcoin since the end of August. They are now at roughly the same level as they were at the beginning of 2022. We are seeing the third highest Bitcoin miner selling of all time. The level of Bitcoin miners stressed today is seconded only by two other occasions. The two other times, Bitcoin was just trading at $290, and get this, $2.10. So, interesting. Why not buy a conversion van, Zach? Travel where you live. Yeah, I've thought about that, Boca. That's a good idea, maybe. And just have like a sweet studio on wheels. That would actually be cool as shit. All right, I'm tasking you, Boca, to find me a good deal. Actually, that would be cool as shit. Have it can you have it built in with Wi-Fi and everything, and have a full studio in there, and just all I need is like a studio and a bed. I'm good. Studio, a bed, and a little TV or something. I don't even need a TV. Studio, bed. I'm good. Maybe a little mini fridge. That would be sweet. The only thing is I need good Wi-Fi, though. I need good Wi-Fi. Zach seems like he could pull off van life pretty well. Dude, I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. Go out west a little bit. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. Um, that would be perfect. We heart that so many times. What about near protocol? Payal, I've heard a lot about it. I haven't really done a ton of research though. I've got to tell you. I know when I was there, I was just in Miami, and there were a bunch of people from Near Protocol there. I was talking to a few of them. Not about Near though. We were just talking about crypto. We were waiting in line to get a coffee. Say Fizz, live streams are a W. Appreciate that, bro. It's heading toward 4 million market cap. Appreciate that, Larry. Hire a model and try out hot tub streams. Clickbait works. That would be hilarious. So you think we're going to go lower to 12 to 14K? Yeah, I do with Bitcoin. I think Ethereum could drop further than that, though. And I'm going to get into an article that kind of outlines that. I think Ethereum, here's the thing with ETH, guys. People are freaking out around this FTX thing when Ethereum was sitting at 1,100. People forget back in June, we were well sub 1,000. We were at 800 some dollars, right? I mean, it's like people often forget like where we were. Like we were trading way down here. And this doesn't even show you the lows here. 993. We were lower than that. Let me go to Trading View. We're in the $800 range. 850, right? Something like that. Here's ETH. So let's go back to June. 800 and okay, so here was our low, $886. So yeah, we were way down here in June, right? Then look what happened. Bear market rally. Guys, we went from 800 and what did I just say? 886 all the way to over $2,000. Look at that. That is a bear market rally right there. Boom, boom. That is a huge bear market rally. This action right here. And then consolidate a little bit. Consolidated and slowly but surely dwindling. Then we bounced back up in November. And then it looked like we were going to have a nice little rally here with ETH. And then FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, put an end to that real quick, right? Put an end to that real quick. So, I mean, last couple days, though, look at this. Nice last couple days here for ETH. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I wish Zach sent me some money. Well, I wish people would send me money too. That would be nice. Wouldn't that be nice if everybody just sent you money? I mean, shit. The problem is you got to do something to earn money. So that's the issue. Or hit the lottery. What's the next Shiba or Doge? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if we'll have another one, honestly. Like that get that big. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get another one that gets that big. I know some people will say Volt. Volt's been crushing it. I like what Volt's doing. Love their community. But it's going to be tough to get all the way up there with SHIB and Doge. Multi-billion-dollar market caps. So wait, actually, Unknown says, I wish Zach sent me some money. Well, you could actually have a chance to win some money. So here's what I'm doing, guys. I want to mention this real quick. I haven't really made this public except being on my Twitter. So we're going to be doing some weekly giveaways for my private community in December, giving away $100 every single week. You have to be a member, though. It's $20 per month. What you get when you join our private community, Daniel's in there, Boca's in there. They're both moderators in my private community. You get a strong community supporting you. You get to message me directly, help you out wherever I can. You get tech support, tax help, which is coming. I've got my business advisor is creating a tax service to help you with your sheets and all of your DeFi stuff for taxes in the United States. Portfolio management, we talk about different diversification strategies. And again, you're going to have a chance to win $100 every week in December for $20. So if you want to join, it's the pinned tweet over on my Twitter page at @Z_Humphreys. Give me a follow over there too if you haven't already. So appreciate that. I want to jump into this article here. Let me get through chat. And this kind of puts a little bow on this conversation about the Bitcoin bottom. Yeah, metaverse projects, I think a lot of them are going to do well, Daniel, but it is risky right now for sure. Good morning, man. Thank you for going live and answering our questions. No doubt, Kevin. Appreciate you being here, man. Bitcoin to 10K in 23, then bull run in 24. Then Trump gets reelected and brings economy back to pre-COVID glory. There you go, Aces. Shiba, AMP, Doge, all dead coins, not going to come back after all said and done. All right, Lung Punch. Thank you for being negative Nancy today. Appreciate it. Daniel, focusing on core CPI when energy, consumer, electronics, and food are the primary markets facing distressing macro is, in my opinion, acting like there's no trees in the forest. All right, fair enough. Here's my thing. I think crypto will go up between now and May, then sell off again. I agree. I think we're going to have a little bear market rally. Do you think Polygon will go back down under 80? Yeah, I do. But that's why I've been, anytime it gets down to 80 cents or even close to it, I like to accumulate it. Both for these little swing trades I do and long term. Matic is one of my favorites. Me too. I'm way behind in chat, so let me catch up here, guys. DCA'd for a year. FTX made me cash out. Now waiting to re-enter. Nice. Nice, Nadine. What price are you buying at? Which asset, Kevin? Sorry, I'm way behind in chat. Oh, is Polygon a good buy at current price levels? I mean, if you're looking at it for the long term, I think it's still solid, but not financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball, but I do think we're going to get prices at some point during this bear market down near 80 cents or lower again. Right? It's done it a lot, guys. So let me show you. Look at this run. I mean, we were down here. Okay, here, let me go 3 months. Okay. So we were trading, obviously the run up here in September, we were 70 cents, and this was a great time to accumulate here under 80. And then we had the first big pop though, all the way to $1.25. That was on November 7th. Then FTX shit came out, boom, dropped to 81 cents. Great time to accumulate. That might be when I got it last. Yep. No, I got it at the last drop, November 21st. So there you go. There was a big dip. Then it bounced all the way back up. Oh, I swing traded it on this candle too, though. I did. November 9th. Here, look, I'll show you. And I did it. Here you go. Boom. Bought Polygon November 9th and sold it on November 10th. So I bought and sold it. And I did this on Coinbase too. I did it even a bigger way on Coinbase. Bought down here, sold right here on the 10th because I knew it was going to bounce heavy. That was right around the time we were getting CPI data or something, all with the FTX. I forget what all was going on, but I had a really good feeling about that, how it was going to bounce, and it did. And then good thing I sold it because then it came all the way down to 88 cents. I waited, and look where I picked it back up on the 21st, right here. So that's been my little point here in November. I've done it, So now it's back up 93 cents. I'm kind of just waiting to see where I want to sell it, waiting to see what this market's going to do. I'm hoping it just takes a little bit more of a peak, maybe crosses over $1. I'll get out, and then I'll wait. Like that smash button, guys. Yeah. ETH to $600. Yeah. I agree. Muzz, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? He's got the Patreon link. That link should be down below in the description, too, if you guys want to check that out. Come over and join us over there. Muzz is also one of our mods over there, so come check us out. Again, $20 per month. In December, you're going to have a chance to win $100 every week. 4 chances to win $100. Cancel at any time. Come over and check it out. Hang out with us for a bit. You guys can, the day you enter, you have 30 days of the service. So what's your take on XRP? I mean, here's the thing with XRP. High risk, high reward. And I know Boca loves XRP. I know some other people love XRP. I just think there's a lot of risk associated with it still. I know it's a top 10 crypto. I know that the technology behind it is phenomenal. It's unbelievable. I just think there's a lot of risk still with XRP, opposed to Cardano and Matic, for example, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example. But I own some. I don't own a ton. I want to see what happens with this, SEC battle that's been ongoing. And then obviously, that'll sway me a little bit. And if I miss a little bit of those gains in the meantime, that's fine. I just don't want to go all in right now with a lot of questions unanswered. The Prop King, good morning. There's Boca with XRP. Kevin, thank you. You're welcome. What's up, Zach? Nice to see you today, bro. What's up, Jason? How you doing, bro? You've been pretty spot on. Keep it up. Kevin, I appreciate you, man. I mean, I've definitely been wrong, too. Nobody gets it right all the time. We're just trying to navigate these things together, man. I'm learning every day, trying to take in as much information, share it with all of you. And listen, I'm learning from all of you as much as you're learning from me. I'm learning from everybody in the chat. I mean, we're all here trying to figure it out together. And if I can provide you some insights, whether it's directly related to crypto or just to kind of keep you on your journey and it's motivational a little bit, I like to interject some of that as well. That's what I want to do. I want to add value in a multitude of ways. And heading into 2023, guys, I'm going to be looking at some different things that I want to do as well. You'll see. I don't want to give anything away right now, but you'll see. I've got some things I want to try in 2023. Some different things and different ways to kind of branch out a little bit. We'll see. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm excited for 2023, trying some new things. Boca says, I'm risky. I hear you, man. What's going on with Gala? I mean, it's been decimated, Angelo, just like everything, and I think it's down at 2 cents right now, 2.5 cents. But listen, I still am very bullish on this project. Still holding. I'm down significantly. But we're still talking about number 130 ranked. We're still talking about an ecosystem that's building out a ton of great games. Just yesterday over on the channel, we had JD talking about one of the top games, Mirandus. If you guys haven't checked out part 1 and part 2 of our conversation yesterday with JD, definitely do so. Very insightful. He's doing some great things for the Shiba Inu community. So check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, man, still love Gala. Still a big fan. What's your opinion on MMAI? It's looking good so far. MetaMonkey AI, I've heard about it. XXI. I know it's a relatively new project as well. I don't know much about it. I think they're building out a metaverse. Let me go Dex Tools here. Actually, here, I've got Dex Tools open. I know like Ozam Austin's working with them. He's like their talent acquisition, basically, or head of marketing. So, I mean, they're sitting at a $2.6 million market cap. They do have a lot of liquidity, $1.8 million. The only problem with this, So they have 2.6 million market cap, but their liquidity is 1.82 million. That's too high. And here's why, because people just use it as exit liquidity. So that's kind of part of the reason why the price is where it is and why it's well below launch, because your liquidity is far too high given your market cap. Here's the thing. People overstate this a lot, though. They always say, like, oh, your liquidity should be 10% of your market cap. That's bullshit. That's stupid. I think a better way to do it is manage your liquidity, similar to what CCX does. So CCX, $43 million market cap, their liquidity is only $449,000, but you manage your liquidity based on market conditions. That's what good businesses do. Like, you manage these things. So like that's another thing in crypto that I think is changing. Everybody, and I know the people who are super into like decentralized will not like this, but like renouncing your contract, I don't think is a good move. If you're a legitimate company, because then you don't have the ability to adapt. You don't have the ability to change. When you renounce your contract, you're basically like throwing the towel in, like, yep, I got everything right the first time. I'll never have to make changes to this because I thought this through one time and it's perfect. And no matter what the market wants or no matter what the market looks like, this is going to work. That's not very smart. That's not what companies on the stock market do. They change and they pivot. Well, when you renounce your contract, you can't do that. You can't do that. So yeah. BitBoy's controversy in Miami, I thought it was fantastic. I thought he handled it extremely well. If you guys don't know what that is, people were attacking him as influencers. I agree 100% with the guy next to BitBoy was saying about influencers. Here it is, straight up, guys. We as influencers, the mass majority of us, we are not out here trying to take advantage of people. We are not out here looking to get into a project and dump on communities, even though that's a freaking narrative that's out there. How stupid is this? Guys, listen. People want to blame the influencers, and this is what BitBoy was saying. People want to blame the influencers when we don't even control it. Why is there no blame put on the devs of these projects? They're the ones who manipulate all of us, including us as public figures. They manipulate all of us. We're just public, so we're easy targets, and people point the fingers at us. Have I made mistakes talking about projects that haven't performed well? Yes. Has the mass majority of people who've been in this space for a little bit also made mistakes? Yes. Have you invested in a rug pull without listening to an influencer? Probably yes. The issue is there are too many devs trying to do bad. If the devs didn't have an evil bone in their body, we wouldn't be talking about this. If the devs didn't rug pull, we wouldn't be talking about this. Straight up. You know what it is? It's like, okay, it's like there's a fire going on, but you're blaming the people who talked about the fire, not the people who set it. You don't want to blame the people who set the fire. You're only going to blame the people who talked about the fire. That's what it's like. There's a fire brewing over here. Let's blame the person who talked about it, not the person who set the building on fire. The people who set the building on fire are the devs, not the influencers. So that was that whole narrative coming out of that. I was there. I was there at the event. I was in Miami when that whole thing went down. So it's insane. I mean, and listen, I've learned a lot from 2021. A lot. And I'm moving towards only looking at established companies to work with. Like Clear Crypto's here. I'm not being paid by them right now. If that changes, I will be very upfront about that. Whenever I'm paid by a project, I say that. I say that. I did it last year too. Straight up. And I may move to a model like BitBoy eventually and completely not work with companies at all. What I would like to do is work with a very select few and have some integrations with well-established companies and not have to look at new projects as people I want to work with. The only new projects I want to work with, again, are projects that are launching with utility. Day one. What we learned is there's no guarantees when you just have a roadmap and you're not going to do anything for 6 to 8 months or sometimes a year. So that's kind of my take on it. Listen, I thought what BitBoy, has said and done, obviously he's fessed up to making his mistakes in the past. I think anybody who does that is solid because he's basically saying, yeah, I made some mistakes. I'm changing things up. Now what he's doing is great for crypto. I mean, he's still overall a great, great person to have in the industry. He helps our industry grow. And what these people were doing, yelling at him from the crowd, these are people that are not successful in life. Let's just call it what it is. People who do that, who always play the blame game, who point fingers, they don't want to take the time to look at themselves in the mirror and take control of their own life. If all you do every single day is blame everybody else, you're not going to win. You're not a winner. Point blank, period. That's not what winners do. That's not what successful people do. They don't blame other people for their shortcomings. They don't blame other people for their mistakes. They don't. Go find me a super successful person in any industry, in any walk of life that plays the blame game, that yells out in an auditorium at somebody on a stage. Go show me a successful person who does that. So, Zach, you're being a buzzkill. Change the subject. Okay, well, whatever, Daniel. It's my channel. I can talk about whatever I want. So somebody brought it up, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So there you go. Whatever. All right, so we'll change the subject. Fine, but listen, I got to get it out, Daniel. Sorry. I mean, it needs to be said. I mean, and I don't even want to focus on this, but somebody brought it up. I agree with you, but somehow we have seen liquidity as being withdrawn. That's why most of the investors want contract renounced. I hear you, ML, but I mean, I understand that, but there's more detriment with not changing anything. And you're right. I mean, if you could see this and make it public, and that could change your opinion whether to invest or not invest. But what if the company is actually withdrawing some of the liquidity to do something better for the project? And again, that's where transparency comes in. That's where being upfront, hey, we pulled X amount of liquidity to do this, right? If the devs say that and do that, then I think that's good, right? But this idea of completely locking everything down, throwing away the keys because, what we did, it's perfect. It never needs to be fixed. I think that's crazy. Daniel says I'm a buzzkill right now. That's fine. At the end of the day, it's our choice whether to invest or not. Exactly, Sean. And we're navigating this shit together, man. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not freaking easy. I mean, look at FTX. Everybody thought this was the most well-established exchange in the freaking world, and they collapsed. You think this is easy it's not easy. And this is like what every new industry goes through. I mean, look at all the dot-coms that failed. Look at all the people who lost their ass. Lost their ass in the dot-com era. So many people. Pets.com, how'd that work out? Right? I mean, it's crazy. Nadine, I appreciate that. David says, okay. Sorry. I mean, I didn't want to take that turn, but yeah, I mean, I got it. I'm not going to stand still when something like that came up. But I was there in the Miami thing. I loved it. Daniel says, all right, Zach, send a stream link. I'll get the whiskey. Let's talk it out. Zach, I enjoy listening to your opinions. Raul, thank you, man. Yelling at a speaker on stage and blaming them for your failures is ridiculous. I agree. I'm not saying influencers haven't made mistakes. We definitely have. We all have. I have. 100%. I have made a ton of mistakes, 100%. But to not put any blame on the developers, I can't rug pull a project. I can't. I don't have power. I do not have power to rug pull a project. Only the developers do. So why, when there's a rug pull that an influencer talks about, the only blame goes to the influencer and not the devs themselves? I'll tell you why. You don't know who the devs are. You can't see them. They didn't dox. You don't know who they are. I'll give you another one. Now we're going to talk about this for a minute. I don't care. I'll give you another one. You think that these huge companies in the crypto industry aren't doing things under the table for people like CoinMarketCap, Dex Tools? Nobody gets mad when there's a pay-to-play system and you're trending on Dex Tools because you paid money. That's manipulation. You know why nobody cares? People don't know who to point the finger to. What are you going to do? Point the finger at Dex Tools? There's no person. There's nobody putting themselves out there. There's no face. When you put yourself out here like any of us do as influencers, you're making yourself vulnerable. And I get that, and I'm cool with it. You have to be okay with it, or else you're not going to last. Because you're going to have haters. You're going to have a lot of people who love you and a lot of people who hate you. If you don't have that, you're not doing something right. You got to have people who love you and people who hate you. But there's no love or hate with a freaking brand. There's no love or hate with a developer because you don't even know them. You don't know who to blame. You don't know who to talk to. There's nobody there. But it just amazes me. I don't know. I mean, it was all said in that clip. You guys can watch the clip. You guys can watch it. Did we even get into this article? I don't even think we got into this article yet. I don't know if we did or not. No, I don't think we did. All right, let's get into this article. So this was a really interesting article. I covered this, I think, in a video too. And I did it for the Clear Crypto's YouTube channel too. So crypto analyst Benjamin Cowan's examining the historical patterns of Bitcoin here. So let me go to the important point here. Here we go. If you were to follow a similar type of pattern here, we could sort of extrapolate out of the 200-day simple moving average. If it were to continue on down on its current trajectory, where might it cross? You can see here he's showing the cross right here at around 14,000. Okay, I like Benjamin Cowan because he's very technical. He is not very emotional at all. He's only about numbers. So he shows the cross right here, and he gives it a date. He said, based on the historical comparison, Cowan says the potential capitulation event could occur around December 25th. So that means we could see the cross somewhere in late December, right around Christmas time. He says he can't really say for sure. He's basically pointing this to be the bottom, potentially. Can't be for sure, but this bear market has been going on for over a year now, and historically bear markets for Bitcoin last about a year. The one in 2014 lasted 14 months. The one in 2018 lasted about 12 months. So in that context, you could argue that we're well within the window. We've been in a bear market now for about a year to when bottoms typically occur in terms of time. So how close are we? It could be very close. Could be very close. So I thought that was an interesting point. That's definitely something to watch. Well, Zach, some days I love you and some days I hate you, but I'm still here supporting you. Well, there you go. That's cool. People aren't perfect, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, this isn't like a hard job. There are way harder jobs out there, but one of the challenges of this job is you're on camera so much, you're going to say things that people disagree with, and you're going to say things that piss people off, and you're also going to say things that excite people and people like. So when there's this much footage of a person on camera, there's going to be I'm going to make mistakes, like everybody is. Like, so it is what it is, though. I mean, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, but I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you coming back, regardless of if you agree or disagree with some of the things. that's cool. I mean, that's cool. And that's okay. That's good. You finally feel what it's like to be Jewish. That's hilarious. Just like going to my job, there are people that I like and like me, others that I know probably can't stand me, don't care. Yeah, RW, I hear you, man. But here's the thing: you can't get bogged down in what other people think about you. It's just a waste of time. I used to get bogged down in that so much, man, and I used to give so much mental energy to what people thought of me, dude. It's the biggest time waster there is. Just keep moving. Hang out with the people who do like you. Hang out with the true people. Who cares what people think about you? It's just a waste of time. Point blank. Period. Like, I ain't got time to think about what other people think about me. I don't. Like, I'm too busy. I'm too busy, trying to do good. I'm too busy trying to give people who do like watching content to watch, and people who do want to start businesses together and work together. And I'm too busy with positive shit. Yeah, John, I think a lot of these projects that launched last year are going through these V2s for sure. It's tough. I mean, I think Xenu still has a really strong community, and they're building some utilities out. Shiryu had the card game, but them going to the migration seems suspicious. I agree. But all of these small cap projects, it's hard for them to last in a bear market followed by that big rally. I mean, it's very difficult. A lot of them just launched. When rationalizing law loses, people will blame whomever and whatever they can, regardless of how rational it is. I agree. Yeah. So what's the point of this? Be more rational. Yeah, I agree, Boca. Don't blame anyone else. I mean, I agree. I mean, yeah, uh, you know, yeah. This is definitely definitely Nadine, an interesting angle here. So we'll be looking for the end of December, right around Christmas time. We'll see if this cross happens. We'll see if Benjamin's right here. Yeah, it's like you stub your toe and you blame the bet. Exactly. RW to hit 2 cents. It's going to be a while, bro, but we'll see. It's a top 100 crypto, so it has a chance. Zach, you need an RV with a toy hauler built into it. Ryan, that'd be cool, man. I'm down for this. I'm gonna have to do it. Bottom is definitely not in. Crypto sauce. What's up, man? It's like when you stub your toe. Okay, got it. Buy Quant before it fires up. Lazaro, yeah. Quant went crazy. What was that, a couple months ago? Yeah, Volt's on a V2. I know. But too many projects do V2s. But I mean, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. It's not like it's bad all the time. I like hanging with people that don't like me. I relish their discomfort. It's like a drug. Oh, Boca. I love that shit too. Kill them with kindness, man. Kill them with kindness. It's possible for Shiba Inu getting to 0.03 way down the line, brother. Way down the line, maybe. Exactly, Sean. What you think of me is none of my business. Exactly. I ain't got time to think about what other people think about me. It is what it is. It doesn't, that does not affect me. I got work to do. I got shit to do. And with that, we're coming up on an hour. I got shit to do. I'm going to go for a walk. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a walk, get outside, break away a little bit. And then I got to come back and go to work. I got to come back and make videos for all of y'all. So Ethereum is on a V2. What's up, Mike? So, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by this morning. Sorry for the little turn of events there. Struck a chord, I guess. But I thought this was really insightful, talking about the Bitcoin bottom. Of course, nobody has a crystal ball, right? We're just trying to do our best. And, whether it's DCAing right now, trying to maybe have a little bit more money on the sidelines for when that bottom hits. That's what I'm trying to do. I think if you're still here in crypto right now, you're here for the long term. And this is my first real bear market. I know it is for a lot of other people out there too. I've mentioned this before in the past. I've dabbled in Bitcoin very briefly in 2017, but never really got fully invested into it until 2020. Never really got into it until 2020. So this is my first bear market, and it's tough. But we're here, and if we come out on the other side of this, we'll be able to shed light to so many new people coming into our space for years to come, right? And I think that's important. We all play a role here in helping others see both sides of the coin here during the bear and during the bull. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button down below, subscribe as well, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Go out there, do good in the world, and yeah, that's what I've got. All right, we'll talk soon. See ya. I'm getting that RV too. I'm getting that RV. I want to get that RV. Start researching travel vans. I will, Boca. I will.